So good afternoon, children.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
Okay.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
Okay, children. So last class, we learned about some components of a cell. We were discussing about the components of cell. 2 we have already covered. Who will tell me which are the 2 components of the cell we already finished discussing? Meghna Baiju. What components of a cell we discussed in the previous classes? The main component. In a cell, we slowly we were discussing about the different components. 2 we have already covered. Anybody can help her? Anybody? Raya? Which component we have completed last class? Which part of the cell we learned? Lena, you unmute and tell me rather than... Yes. Raya.
Cell wall. Ma'am, cell wall and
very good.
plasmolysis.
Cell membrane. Very good. We covered cell wall and cell membrane. So today we are going to learn a new component of the cell. And this component of the cell has got so much specialities. This particular component is known as the control center of the cell. The control center of the cell. This structure regulates all the functions taking place in the cell. All the functions taking place in the cell are regulated by this particular structure or this particular component. You can say this component or this structure is a control center of a cell. Who will tell me which is that control center? Rachel George. Rachel George, can you tell? Last year, why I am asking is because we have already had a brief description of all these in 8th standard.
Nucleus.
Very good. Nucleus. Lena told that. So it is nucleus. So today we are going to learn about nucleus in detail. We will learn about its structure, the different parts of a nucleus, and the functions performed by a nucleus. So I'm going to share the screen and let us see, let us learn with the help of a PowerPoint. Be very attentive. Anything, any point which you feel like noting down from the slide, please do it, because in between I'll come back with review questions. Okay? So note down, you should have a notebook, as I always used to say. So whatever is important, you please note it down. Don't wait for me to send the notes. So on the spot, you keep learning. Okay? I'm going to share the screen. All these we had covered in the previous classes. And today, our topic is nucleus. Today we are going to learn about nucleus, the control center of a cell. The control center of the cell. So we are going to learn about that today. And throughout, when we were discussing the different components of a cell, we were comparing it with a counterpart or a corresponding component in the school. When I told you about cell wall, I told it is similar to a security guard. And cell membrane, I compared to the gatekeeper in our school. And nucleus, to whom we can compare. If you take the case of a school, to whom we will compare the nucleus. The control center of the cell is nucleus. So who controls all the activities taking place in our school? Who gives the instructions to the staff and the students? Who will tell me that, Lena?
Chairman.
Yes, very good.
Chairman.
Correct. So chairman in our school, since he controls all the activities taking place in our school, you can compare with the nucleus of the cell. Now let's see what are the different components of a nucleus. This we already said. Now let's see more about a nucleus. Nucleus, as I told you, again the same point is repeated. It's a control center of the cell. And you can see this is just that nucleus. It's not the entire cell. The nucleus alone is taken, it is enlarged and shown. And the nucleus, you can see it is surrounded by a double layered membrane. You can find a double layered membrane. You can see here a double layered membrane can be seen here, and that is known as nuclear membrane. The nucleus is surrounded by a double layered membrane known as nuclear membrane. And as you can see, this nuclear membrane is not continuous. You can see some gaps in between. There are certain gaps in between the nuclear membrane, and you call them as nuclear pores. These openings are known as nuclear pores. See here you can see a nuclear pore, another pore over here. Here also you can see an opening. Okay, so these are known as nuclear pores. And these nuclear pores, they are meant for the exchange of materials between the nucleus and the cytoplasm. If there was no such pores or opening, it is very difficult to exchange the materials between the nucleus and cytoplasm. So our nuclear membrane is covered by a double layered membrane. You call it as a nuclear membrane, and this nuclear membrane has got small openings. You call it as nuclear pores. What is the function of a nuclear pore? Helps in the exchange of materials between the nucleus and the cytoplasm. Okay, so we learned about nuclear membrane and nuclear pores. Now let us learn about the next part of a nucleus. Nucleus, inside the nucleus, you can see so many thread-like structures. You find so many thread-like structures, and they are known as chromosomes. So inside the nucleus, you find structures known as chromosomes. And these chromosomes, they play a very important function. We resemble our parents. The siblings resemble each other. All that is because of these chromosomes. The chromosomes present in the nucleus, they will carry the information for the inheritance of characters from the parents to the offspring, and that too in the form of DNA molecules. I'll repeat once again, our nucleus. In each cell, there is a nucleus, and inside each nucleus, you can find structures known as chromosomes. The function of a chromosome is to carry information for the inheritance of characters from the parents to the offspring in the form of DNA molecules. Hope you are noting down the function of chromosomes. Okay? And let's see what are DNA now. DNA molecules. We learned that chromosomes carry information for the inheritance of characters from parents to offsprings in the form of DNA molecules. We will learn what are DNA molecules. So before that, it is because of, not the point, it is because of these chromosomes that we get so many features as that of your father or mother, or your siblings, your brother or sister has got some identical or similar features. It's all because of these chromosomes. Now let us proceed to the next slide. And one more thing I missed out. So as I told, nucleus we compare to chairman, and chromosomes inside the nucleus you can compare to our school website. So the function of the chromosome, what is the function of the chromosome? To carry the information. To carry the information, or it contains necessary information for the inheritance of characters. Similarly, all the information regarding our school, all the updates about our school will be there in the school website. So what a chromosome is to a nucleus, a school website is to the school, where all the important information regarding the school is stored. Hope you have no doubt regarding that. Now, chromosomes are made up of two molecules. Muhammad and Asil, are you listening? And Anaj, please turn your video on. So chromosomes, they are made up of DNA and proteins. The expansion of DNA is deoxyribonucleic acid. Deoxyribonucleic acid. It's a biomolecule. It's a molecule found in our body. Just like carbohydrates, proteins, fats, etc. This is also a biomolecule found inside your body. And the chromosomes, you can see the picture of the chromosome and an enlarged, the third figure is an enlarged view of chromosome. There you can see some spiral ladder-like structures. They are known as DNA. So chromosomes are made up of DNA and proteins. And a portion of this DNA, a segment of this DNA, you can call it as a gene. So several genes are arranged on the chromosome. So once again, I'll rewind, I'll repeat what all things we covered today. For those who have some in between, if you have lost your...
Can you repeat the first point and
Yes, child.
first take, ma'am?
Please repeat. Nasil, you said something? You want me to repeat? Okay. So I'll be repeating what I have covered now. So we started saying that nucleus is the control center of the cell. Then we learned about nuclear membrane and nuclear pores. You can expect questions towards the end. So be very attentive and note it down. So there is no excuse for not answering. Okay. So the nucleus is covered by a double layered membrane that is known as nuclear membrane. And in between the nuclear membrane, you can see small openings. You call them as nuclear pores. And I also gave you the function of nuclear pores. They help in the exchange of materials between the nucleus and the cytoplasm. Okay. Then after that, we learned about chromosomes. Nucleus contains chromosomes. And what are chromosomes, or what is its function? They carry the information for the inheritance of characters from the parents to the offspring in the form of DNA molecules. And I compared chromosomes in a cell to the school website. Okay? This much is clear? So now we'll proceed to the next one. Chromosomes are made up of DNA and proteins. The two molecules with which chromosomes are made of are known as DNA and proteins. And finally, what are genes? Genes are functional segments. See figure 3. You can see in the first figure a nucleus with chromosomes, cell, nucleus, and green colored chromosomes in the center. One chromosome has been enlarged in the second figure. In the third figure, the chromosomal strand is enlarged and you can see it is made up of DNA, a helically twisted ladder-like structure. And a portion of DNA, the functional segments of DNA are called genes. Okay? And one more thing what you should know is chromosomes in the beginning or throughout, chromosomes are not in this particular shape. You know that all the cells, they undergo division. When a cell, we grow by cell division. When a cell is fully grown, they will divide into two new cells. that you know. We all are growing, or you are growing by means of cell division. But when a cell is not dividing, when the cell is in a non-dividing stage, the nuclear material will be in the form of thread-like structures. You can see in the first figure some black thread-like structures. So when a cell is not dividing, they will be, the nuclear material will be in the form of thread-like structures. And these thread-like structures are known as chromatin material. But when a cell is about to divide, what happens is this chromatin material, they get condensed. They get condensed and they form short and thick structures known as chromosomes. I'll repeat once again. In an undividing cell, when a cell is not carrying out division, at that time the nuclear material will be in the form of an entangled thread-like structures. You can't make out any chromosomes from there. And such a nuclear material you call as chromatin material. But when a cell is about to divide, what happens is some changes happen. These chromatin material gets condensed and they form structures known as chromosomes. Till here, anybody is having doubt? Any doubt you can ask me. Only then I will proceed. Till here, do you have any doubt? So if you are not having any doubt, that means you are prepared to answer my questions. Yes? So I'll stop sharing for some time.
Ma'am,
Oh,
can
Isha?
you explain chromatin material once more?
Okay, chromatin material means when the cell is not undergoing division, in an undividing cell. So cell, it has to mature, only then the cell division will take place. Okay, so when a cell is not dividing, the nuclear material will be in the form of a entangled thread-like structures, a mass of thread-like structures. You call it as chromatin material. Okay, but when a cell is about to divide, some changes will take place in this chromatin material. They'll get condensed and they form structures known as chromosomes. Okay, Isha? Okay. So we were saying about nucleus. Tell me why the nuclear membrane is provided with pores. Why the nuclear membrane is provided with pores. Who is going to tell me? Let me see who's the smartest one. You used to respond very nicely normally in the classes.
It helps in the
Ma'am, it helped to transfer of materials between nucleus and the cytoplasm.
Wonderful, wonderful. Very good, Raya. Wonderful answer. Okay, what she said is exactly correct. Now, another question. What is the function of a chromosome? Who will tell me that? What is the function of a chromosome?
Carry information that helps a cell grow.
Anuj, turn your video on and speak. Okay, now you speak.
Chromosomes carry information that helps a cell to grow.
No, is that what I said? What you said is correct. It carry information. Information is regarding what? Information is about what?
DNA.
I'll come back to you. You know the answer? Wait, I'll make you hear it from another person and I'll get back to you. Who is going to tell me? Eva, tell me.
it carries the information for the inheritance of characters.
From whom to whom?
From parents to the offspring.
Very good. Anuj heard it? Anuj, will you repeat? I will help you. You repeat. It carry information.
Carry information that
For the inheritance of
DNA
characters.
from our parents.
To whom? From parents to the offspring. Good, good attempt. Next time, you should be a little more attentive. Anyway, you said the answer. Very good. Okay. Now, where can you find chromosomes, Rohan? Rohan Raj. Where do you find chromosomes? Where do you find chromosomes? Rohan Raj, where are chromosomes present? You know the answer, Rohan? Try, make it try. About what we were learning? Which organ, which structure we were learning?
Okay.
Ah, correct. Chromosomes are in the nucleus. Correct? Then, what are chromosomes made of? Two molecules with which chromosomes are made of? Ashna, chromosomes are made up of dash and dash. Try, let it be wrong. What are chromosomes made of? No, no. Yes?
Nuclear.
No. Chromosomes are present in the nucleus. Who will tell me? Navaneet? Navaneet Krishna. What are chromosomes made of?
DNA and proteins.
Very good. Did you hear Ashna? Did you hear his answer? Repeat. Repeat the answer. Louder. DNA and proteins. DNA and proteins. Okay. And what is the expansion of DNA? Agna? DNA means what? Can you expand DNA? Agna Ando? DNA means deoxy.
Means deoxy.
Ah. Deoxyribo. I will tell you once. You will repeat after me. Once I finish, you will have to repeat. DNA means deoxyribonucleic acid. Can you repeat?
Deoxyribonucleic acid.
Ah, that's it. I had been repeating. That means in between you went somewhere, isn't it? Okay. So whatever is covered, you have understood. So I am going to proceed. Yes? Who said? Somebody was speaking? Anybody wants to say something to me? Okay. Any doubt? Feel free to ask. Okay, children. So I am going to continue. We have 15 minutes more, so let me continue. I'll share the screen again. And those who did not get the question now, they will be getting the questions. So in the next chance, others will be getting questions. So whatever has to be noted down, please note down. Okay? As and when I am discussing and saying something, you are supposed to note it down. So that when I ask the question, you will be able to get help from the notes what you have taken. Continue.
Ma'am, can one show that slide?
Which one, dear?
The slide which was shown before.
Before. This one.
And out.
This we already discussed. When a cell is not dividing, at that time, nuclear material is in the form of a chromatin material. But when the cell starts dividing, it will be in the form of chromosome. It forms chromosomes. This we covered. Okay. Now we are going to learn about the functions of nucleus. Listen carefully. Definitely you will get the question. Okay. The different functions. Starting with the first one. This you know. We had been repeating it again and again. Oh. Who is saying? Anybody wants to say something to me?
Doubt.
Tell.
This.
Oh.
I'm doubt.
Tell me, what is your doubt?
What is
Okay. So, yes, I will tell you. I'll tell you. Okay. I told you that DNA makes up chromosomes, or chromosomes are made up of DNA and proteins. DNA is a molecule. It's a nucleic acid. It's a biomolecule which is found in the body of living organism. Okay, and the expansion of DNA is deoxyribonucleic acid. DNA is a nucleic acid. It's a biomolecule found in the body of living organisms. And the chromosomes are made up of DNA and proteins. Your doubt is cleared, I suppose. Yes? Your doubt is cleared, child? If it is still remaining, let me know. Okay. So let us see the different functions of the nucleus. Nucleus regulates all the functions taking place in the cell. From the beginning, we have been telling the same thing. Control center of the cell, regulating all the functions taking place within the cell. So the first point we had already learned. Now, second one. It plays an important role in cellular reproduction or cell division. How a cell is reproducing, how a cell is increasing in number by cell division. So cell reproduction and cell division both are same. Okay. So nucleus plays an important role in cellular reproduction or cell division. First point, regulates all the activities taking place within the cell. And second point, it plays an important role in cellular reproduction or cell division. 2 points, I hope you don't have any doubt. Ashna, any doubt? First 2 points? Ashna?
No.
No. Okay. Now, last function, it directs the chemical activities taking place in your cell and determines the way the cell will develop and the form it will exhibit at the time of maturity. Once again, I will tell, the nucleus will be controlling all the chemical activities taking place within the cell. And it is the nucleus which decides how a cell should develop and what form they should attain at the time of maturity. Or in simple terms, you can say it plays a very important role in the development of cells. If you're finding it very difficult to say such a long sentence, briefly you can say it plays a very important role in cellular development or the development of the cell. So I'll repeat these 3 points once again. We were discussing about the functions. Alicia, we were discussing about the functions of nucleus. The first one, it regulates all the functions taking place in the cell. Second one, it plays an important role in cell reproduction or cell division. Both are same because a cell is dividing by and that is how a cell undergoes reproduction. Because of that reason, cell reproduction and division both are same. Last one, it will direct the chemical activities taking place within the cell and determines the way the cell should develop and the form it will exhibit at the time of maturity. Or else you can say it plays an important role in the development of cell. Anybody is having doubts regarding these 3 functions? Have you got any doubts regarding these 3 functions? Nobody. Muhammad and Asil, can you tell me the functions? I've changed the slide. You tell me the functions.
Nucleus regulates all the functions of
Once again, nucleus. Repeat once again, Nasil. Nasil, I'm waiting for you. Nazil. Noble. Any one function of nucleus. Noble Anil. Any one function of the nucleus. Nabil? Nabil,
It
sit
plays
straight.
an important role in cellular reproduction or cell division.
Who said that? Noble, very good. It plays an important role in cell reproduction or cell division. So 1 point. Second point, who is going to say? Second point.
Nucleus regulates all the functions of the cell.
Very good, Alicia. Very good. It regulates all the functions taking place within the cell. Now, third point. Who is going to say third point?
It directs the chemical activities of the cell and determines the way the cell will
Develop and the form.
the form it will exhibit at maturity.
Very good, Raya. Okay, wonderful answering. All have answered well. Okay. So, any doubts you have, children? Any doubts? No doubt. Isha, can you tell me all the three functions? Tell me all the three functions of a nucleus.
It regulates all the functions.
Very good. Regulates all the functions. Okay, I won't trouble you much. I'll ask Roshan Jain, the second function. Roshan? Second function. Roshan? Isha told that nucleus regulates all the functions taking place in a cell. Now tell me the second function. Did you write it down? Very good. At least here afterwards, please do note down the points. Rachel Bobbin, second point.
It plays, sorry ma'am.
Correct. Plays an important role in
Cell division.
Or cell reproduction. Third point, who will say? Third point, once again, who is going to say? Eva, tell me.
It directs the chemical activity of the cell and determines the way the cell will develop and the form
it will exhibit at the time of maturity. Or in simple terms, you can say it directs the chemical activities and plays an important role in the development of the cell. Okay, very good. And few more questions. We have a few more minutes left. Some have to get the question. Some more should get the question. Where can you find chromosomes? Delvin, where can you find chromosomes? Delvin Shalu. Why your video is off, child? Maria, tell me, where can you find chromosomes? Nucleus. What are chromosomes made of, Fizan? What are chromosomes made of?
Nucleus.
Oh? Fizan, louder. What are chromosomes made of? Godwin? Nobody is there to tell the answer?
DNA and protein.
Very good. DNA and proteins. So next class onwards, I want everyone to note down the points. Okay. Agna. Agna, you're dancing or shaking your head? Okay, children. So bye for today. So see you next class. Revise all the topics covered today. Okay. Bye.
Thank you, ma'am.
Hope you have no doubts.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.